Good morning and welcome to the Made in the AM podcast. My name is Fie and this is episode 20. And it's actually the 20th of December, I think. Yeah. Anyway, this is not a time and date podcast, it's a knitting podcast mainly. And today it's completely a knitting podcast. This is the last episode of the year because Saturday is Christmas Eve, and that means that next Tuesday I'll be with my parents still. I don't know when the first episode will be in January, but maybe let's not stick to the Tuesday format. It all depends on when I get back and everything. So yeah, as I said, my name's Fie. Thank you if you're a returning viewer. I see that I've gotten a couple of new subscribers these past weeks, which is excellent, and I'm really grateful for that. And thank you for checking me out if this is your first time. I have knitting this week. I have this tiny little cuff, which is the second of a pair. So, tiny little cuff. It's just a 2x2 ribbing on 56 stitches, 2.25mm needles, and it's, sorry about the bending, it's just a leftover of a leftover of a leftover. The yarn is Regio. It's one of the, I think it's one of the original Arne and Carlos colorways, but I'm not sure. I knit socks out of this for myself. This is the more greeny version, which I'm sorry about the lighting, but it's Denmark, it's December. Tomorrow we'll hit the apex of the winter, meaning that it'll start to get lighter again. But for now, it's still dark, it's still grey, it's still miserable. No snow, just cold and wind. Yay. But yeah, tiny little scrap of a sock. Now, this episode is, I'm thinking we'll just call it Crazy Sock Lady, because not a lot of things have happened this past week. I have been, I should mention, I don't know how noticeable it is, because it's, people I've known for a long time will still notice it randomly, but if you happen to notice, yes, I do have a bump above my eyebrow. It doesn't hurt, it's just a bump. I've had it since I was 2 years old and thought I could climb a tree, which I could. In my defense, I could climb a tree. I couldn't get down, so I fell and had a huge bump on my head, and the residue has just never got away. And apparently in some angles and some light, people will randomly notice. So if you happen to notice, I'm perfectly fine. Nothing's, well, we don't know how much damage that fall did. According to my mom, I was less than a meter above the ground. But yeah, that's just a side note. And no one's asked me about it, so I was touching it. Yeah. I touch my face a lot, and my neck and my hair. Anyway, not a lot has happened this week because I've done some Christmas baking. I made chocolates. I've covered everything I could find in chocolate. Because I cracked how to... What's the English word for when you melt chocolate to the right temperature? Yeah, no, don't remember. but I cracked how to do it in my microwave without a hitch. So now I want to cover everything. And when I wasn't doing all of that, I was knitting socks for my mom. So this is what I have so far. This pair down here you've already seen. So let's go through the others. Last week I was knitting on this pair, and since they're for my mom, it's just shorty socks. Look, tiny socks. She likes ankle socks because she can pull them on easily, and she has tiny feet. She's a EU size 35-36, so barely out of the children's sizes. Now, I've been trying to perfect a recipe for her for socks. This one using the double bottom gusset, where you do 2 sets of increases here at the bottom, work back and forth for the short rows, and then do a tiny flap. Except it's not a flap, you don't pick up any stitches at any point, which is what I love about it, beside the fit. It cups the heel nicely. And this is a leftover of London House yarn for Fanders colorway, which I have some socks of, and now she will have a pair too. This is part of her Christmas gift, along with the wrapped vase you might have seen on my Instagram account. Now, the third pair I did for her. The first 2 pairs had the double bottom gusset. The third pair, there are 2, is also London House yarns. This is Weather the Weather colorway. And this, I had a significantly smaller amount of this. I still have a bit of leftover, I think. Maybe? I don't remember where I put it if I do have a leftover. I must have a leftover. I did run out of yarn, and I did... sorry, I have things on a platform down here. I did use a Arvita yarn for the contrast toes and heels, and I just did a Fish Lips Kids heel on this. Now this was worked toe up, and the 4th pair which is just a single sock for now, is also a Fish Lips Kids heel, contrasting toes and heel, and it's the companion to the one where I barely started the cuff. As you can see, there's not a lot of cuff to begin with, so, but these I'm knitting from the cuff down, just because I could. This feels really stiff compared to the others. It is a workhorse yarn, and it is knit on a tight gauge because it is socks, but I think part of it is that the others have been washed and this hasn't, and also the London House yarns were soft to begin with, so. But yeah, that's what most of my knitting time has been spent on this week. But it's not the only thing, because I did work a bit on my Blue Hour sweater. Let me just... tired of seeing this yet? As you might have noticed, it now has a collar. Just a simple 2x2 rib. And the reason it has a collar is because last time I showed you, I was down here, and now it's done. The ribbing is done, everything is done. So, now I just need to do the sleeves. I haven't decided if I want to bring this helm with me to my parents for holiday knitting. Mainly because I would have to, jutting two skeins isn't a problem when it's just, me sitting here with balls of yarn running all over the place. Might not be practical, especially when the tree gets up, because the tree is in the living room at my parents' house. And I'll just have you notice that compared to other times, I'm actually putting clothes on now. Yeah, Charlotte, this lazy lady, she captured a small video of me several episodes ago. And it was really sweet, but unfortunately she captured it right as I was taking something off. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like on. So yeah, it's a nice fitted jumper, which is what I prefer. And as you can tell, it fits quite nicely. I need to do the sleeves now. I didn't mention, this is the Blue Owl sweater by Tsuvi Simula, which you know by now in your sleep, I'm sure. This contrasting stripe here is hedgehog fibers. There's sock yarn in the pollen colorway, and the rest of it is Herbstblatt Regina. I don't know why I want to turn that around. Herbstblatt Regina in her hazel soft fingering, I think. It's a nice, really nice plump yarn. Her fingering weight, as the name suggests. And it's the Saint Martin colorway, which she only does once a year. Yeah. Nice and cozy, and just need longer sleeves. I was a bit tempted to just bind off here and just have a short sleeved jumper, but yeah, no. So that is all the knitting I've been doing this week. Not a whole lot, I know, but as I said, I've been baking and so on. But the saga of the yarn I ordered has ended. As I've mentioned in the previous 2 episodes, I ordered yarn from the US, which arrived from the US like so fast. I've never seen anything like it. It was here in like a couple of days. I should say it was in the country within a couple of days. And then customs decided to hang onto it even after I paid the duty fee. And it took them nearly a week after I paid the duty fees to actually deliver it. Well, I have a theory that they just weren't finished petting it, and you will see why. The yarn I ordered was Kirby Webby yarns. I don't know if you know Shuri. She used to die, then she took a long break, and she's been dying again recently and putting it up for sale. Now, the first skein of hers I saw on Instagram announcing that she was putting her skeins up for sale was this really bright orange with some red and brown stripes in it. Really lovely and bright. This is a one-of-a-kind skein in her soft and squishy. All of these are soft and squishy, both by name and by nature. So don't blame Postelmark for wanting to hang on to it for a bit. But I did want it, and I think I got it the day after recording last time. Yeah. But it's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and 450 yards, which is roughly what, 400 meters? Something like that. Maybe a bit more. So yeah, first one. And actually it goes really well with the painting I have up there. I hadn't noticed that before. It is a bit darker in real life than what's showing up on the screen. So, got that skein. Cherie does neons really well. I have a hat I knit out of some of her yarn, which is a neon green. Yeah. This, I couldn't resist it. It's green neon blitz, which just means that it's this neon green with blips of other colors in it. Isn't it just gorgeous? Look at that pink right there. Yeah, Kirby Wavy Yarns. She's on Etsy. That was, there we go. Kirby Wavy Yarns. And she's on Etsy. All over the place. Let's see. I can't actually see what I'm doing now. But hopefully that'll give you her information. And the last skein is already wound into a cake because this is going to be part of my Christmas knitting. All of these three, I think, will be socks. Now, you saw the green neon blitz. This is the purple neon blitz, and it's not showing up the right color at all. It's a more reddish purple. Actually, kind of like that stripe there. Oh no, that. But yeah, I can show you the neon blitz name here, because you have the purple, which then, if I can figure out how to unwind this, purple, 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 more purple, and then we start on the neon. So I'm really looking forward to see how this knits up. I think this will be a sock with a, I think I'm going to do it cuff down. Possibly with the vanilla is the new black heel, the ripped heel I showed you on my Mercury socks. And I think it's going to be a slip stitch sock of some sort. Maybe I'll just end up doing my own thing. But wouldn't that be fun? And wait, there's more. Because Anne Mure, who is Pinneguri on Instagram and Ravelry and everywhere, does knitting bags occasionally, and I've never been successful at getting the ones I like. But she had another update, and well, I am half Japanese, and because of that I have a fondness for certain aspects of Japan. So when I saw this, which is a map of Tokyo, I had to have it. I mean, how could you not? And I like looking at it and going, actually, I will see on this side. Fordi? Yeah, great. Use a Danish word. But you have the Meiji Shrine. I've been there. The Edo Tokyo Museum. I've been there. Shinjuku Central Park, which is on this side. I've been these places. So it's a bit of fun. Now, my actually absolute favourite part of Japan, and I know this isn't, I'm not sure she intended it to be in a theme with the other one, but one of the things I love connected to Japan is the Sakura Festival. We have one here in Denmark as well, which I went to this year for the first time in ages. It's just a nice day out in the park, and I love the look of cherry blossoms. So of course I had to have this bag as well. It's really nice sturdy canvas, with just a simple one colour lining. And it's not a wide bag, which is fine by me because I do other things than jumpers. You wouldn't notice because beside this I'm actually planning on Kerstin was so sweet and gifted me a pattern for my birthday. It's the Way Back from Way Back, pattern by Hanna Maciejewska, which is gorgeous. I've had it in my queue for ages, and I know that I want to knit it up in a red Wollmeise. I don't remember which red it is. Anyway, Frøken Garn, which is a Danish blogger and Instagram person. Instagram. She is doing a 2017 handmade made-along, or handmade wardrobe made-along. Make-along. Brain all over the place. But yeah, she's hosting a make-along, and it's sewing and knitting. It's garment pieces. She has a blog. I think it's frøkengarn.dk. Not sure. But she's hosting a make-along, and for that I'm planning on my first knitting project that I'm going to count for that. It's going to be the lovely cardigan that Kerstin gave me, and thank you, Kerstin. That was really, really sweet of you. But that's in January. We're not there yet. I think my holiday knitting will just be socks, mainly because it's easy to bring with me back to my parents' house, along with a million other stuff. But also because it's relatively easy to just pick up whenever, which I can see happening a lot. enough rambling. Happy holidays, have a great new year. I'll see you in January, and yeah.